This right here is where it's been all night. Inconsistent.
2025 gave us ejections so insane they felt like explosions waiting to happen. It all starts with Kyle Schwarber. The moment was supposed to be routine, just another strike call. But what the umpire called strike 3 was nowhere near the zone. A pitch sailing wide, out where no batter in their right mind would swing. Schwarber freezes, his face telling the whole story: disbelief, fury, and then fire. He grips his bat tighter, stomps forward, and his voice cracks through the stadium like thunder. No way! His bat smashes the dirt, echoing like a gunshot across the diamond. The crowd gasps. For a second, the entire ballpark holds its breath. Then, just like that, the umpire points. Ejected. The eruption is instant. Teammates muttering under their breath, coaches shuffling nervously, fans roaring in disbelief. Schwarber doesn't walk quietly. He storms, eyes wide, veins bulging, shouting like the whole game has just been stolen from him on live television. And the replay, it only makes the outrage worse. That pitch wasn't even close. Everyone saw it. Everyone knew it. But the umpire stood like a statue, refusing to budge, almost daring Schwarber to explode. This wasn't just about a strike. It was a fuse that had been burning all season, and Schwarber lit the dynamite. Why did this call push him over the edge? Was it frustration boiling for weeks? Or did he know something about the ump's strike zone that the rest of us didn't? Either way, this wasn't just an ejection. It was the spark that set the tone for the wildest MLB season in years. It happens in the postseason, ALCS, tension already sky high. A 97-mile-per-hour fastball cuts low and inside. The umpire calls strike 3. The batter freezes, eyes wide, arms stretched in disbelief. No way that was a strike. For a heartbeat, silence. And then the dam bursts. The dugouts erupt like a tidal wave crashing onto the field. Players charging, coaches screaming, trainers spilling forward in chaos. It isn't just arguing anymore. It's fists slamming into railings, helmets flying, bodies colliding. The umpire signals ejections left and right, his arm a blur, tossing players as if he's barely keeping the lid on a boiling pot. The ALCS has completely stopped. No one is thinking about baseball now. It's about pride, rage, survival. Fans roar, some cheering the chaos, others stunned, covering their mouths in disbelief. Cameras swing across the field, capturing every snarl, every glare. This isn't just a bad call, it's a battlefield. And the question everyone's asking, was this just raw frustration boiling over, or was something else lurking under the surface? Old grudges, silent signals between benches, a hidden tension that exploded under championship pressure? Whatever it was, this wasn't a simple strikeout. It was the moment the ALCS turned into a war zone. And the strangest part? The game was only in the 6th inning. It wasn't just players losing their cool. Managers, the leaders meant to steady the storm, were collapsing under the pressure just as fast.
2 strikes to Aloy. Strike 3 called. Aloy doesn't like it.
Tony La Russa was the first to snap. He stormed out of the dugout like a man possessed, face red, arms swinging, voice booming across the ballpark. "You can't miss that call." The words cracked like thunder, echoing through the stunned stadium. There was no warning, no second chance. The umpire didn't hesitate. He pointed, sharp and cold. La Russa was gone, just like that. The crowd roared, a mix of laughter, jeers, and applause. But the chaos had only just begun. Minutes later, Alex Cora followed suit. A borderline pitch, a furious reaction, and suddenly he was charging the umpire, chest out, shouting until his voice broke. Another dramatic point of the finger. Another ejection. It snowballed from there. Players, coaches, even staff members felt the sting. Dugouts spun like revolving doors as umpires tossed people out with machine-like rhythm. Fans stood in disbelief, shouting and cheering at the madness. And the question lingered heavy in the air. Were umpires taking control, or had they completely lost it? Not all of 2025's ejections came with fireworks or broken bats. Some were so bizarre, so eerily calm, that they left everyone in the stadium speechless. One moment, a base coach quietly pointed out a runner's route, not shouting, not gesturing wildly, just making his case. The umpire didn't hesitate, pointed, ejected. No build-up, no warning, no drama. The coach froze mid-sentence, his jaw dropping as if he couldn't even believe it himself. Another night, an interference call sparked what seemed like a harmless back and forth. The coach didn't raise his voice. He didn't even look angry. Yet suddenly, the umpire cut him off with a sharp flick of the hand. Gone. Just like that. The crowd didn't know how to react. Some laughed nervously, others booed. Most just sat stunned. Even the commentators stumbled over their words. Wait, did that really just happen? These weren't explosions of rage. They were puzzles, quiet, clinical, unsettling, and that made them scarier. Were umpires following hidden league orders? Was there tension simmering under the surface we couldn't see? Or were these simply mistakes amplified under the bright lights of 2025? The truth remained unclear, and maybe that's what made these moments so haunting. Then came the ejections that cut deeper, the ones that showed the true human cost behind the chaos. Mercer stormed off the field, face flushed crimson, jaw clenched so tight it looked like it might shatter. His eyes glistened, fighting tears he refused to let fall in front of thousands. This wasn't just anger at a call, this was anguish. The kind of pain that comes when your pride, your season, your very sense of control is stripped away in an instant. Fans watching could feel it in their own chest, the sting echoing through the broadcast. And the world reacted instantly. Within minutes, social media was ablaze. Memes mocking the meltdown, tweets defending the players, hashtags storming timelines. Baseball had stopped being just a game. It had become the internet's favorite soap opera. Some players masked their pain with forced laughter, brushing it off with a shrug. But others cracked under the pressure, heads dropping, voices trembling in post-game interviews. The frustration was raw, unfiltered, impossible to hide. By this point, the season wasn't about wins and losses anymore. It was about survival, mental, emotional, and reputational. Every ejection wasn't just a call, it was a breaking point. Behind the fireworks was a darker, more unsettling question. What was really happening to Major League Baseball itself? Headlines screamed across sports media like alarm bells. Umpires in hot water, players at war. Every game seemed to bring new chaos, and the punishments came fast, suspensions dropping like hammers, fines piling up into staggering numbers. But if the punishments were meant to calm the storm, they only made the whispers louder. Whispers of a league spiraling out of control. Whispers of umpires drunk with power, stretching the strike zone at will, tossing players almost on a whim. Or was it something even deeper? A hidden power struggle unfolding behind the dugout. A quiet war between the league office, the umpires, and the players themselves. Insiders hinted at late-night meetings that dragged on for hours. Heated arguments in conference rooms. Coaches leaving furious. Players sending cryptic tweets that fans dissected like secret codes. Conspiracy theories flooded social media. Was MLB rewriting the rules mid-season? Was someone pulling strings from above? It no longer felt like just a sport. It felt like a mystery unraveling in real time. And the most chilling part? No one, not even the players, seemed to know how far it would go. By the end of 2025, it was clear. This wasn't just another season. It was chaos on a scale baseball had never seen before. Schwarber smashing his bat, the ALCS boiling into a war, managers tossed like rookies, bizarre quiet expulsions, players breaking down. It all painted the picture of a league teetering on the edge. But why did it escalate so fast? Was it just bad umpiring? Or something deeper, something hidden? Was this a temporary storm? Or the start of a permanent change in baseball culture? Fans still debate, players still vent, and the league still scrambles for answers. 2025 didn't just give us ejections. It gave us mysteries we still haven't solved. From Schwarber's eruption to the ALCS battlefield to the quiet, baffling calls no one understood, 2025 was unforgettable. A season that proved baseball isn't just about runs and hits. It's about control, chaos, and what happens when the game itself spirals out of balance. But the wildest part? This story isn't over. So tell us, which ejection shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more insane MLB moments. Because if 2025 taught us anything, it's this. The next eruption might be even crazier. Thanks for watching.